Hi, Carol here, and welcome to my craft room. Today I have been working for a couple hours getting this card ready, believe it or not. Because if I was to do a start to finish with just gathering up my supplies and cutting them out and yada yada, you know what it's like. It just takes forever. And so I'm going to start this video off for you, Carolyn Sellers. She is a wonderful artist, let me tell you. She doesn't have a blog yet. Carolyn, you have to get a blog. Your work is amazing. So today, this is my nail polish, and I had to go with the 500 Mad Woman. Woo! Yes, this is one mad card, and then I used my Miracle Gel on top, and I put my signature diamonds, just for you there, Carolyn, on my pinkies. So there you have it. So let's get that up and out of the way. I want to make sure, if I can remember, I will put that out there, the colors, if you like them. Oh, and I put the sparklies that I had in my glitter box for my shaker cards on there. You can just see some of it faintly, right? So let's get at the card. This card was inspired by Nicole McQuirk, and I hope I get your name right, Nicole. She does wonderful work for Mama Elephant stamps. If you go on Nicole McQuirk or Mama Elephant, you will find her. And she did a card. I don't have that stamp set. You're kidding. No, I tell you, I was this far away from ordering it, but I held back. And I said, I've got to have a little animal with a arm sticking up to carry balloons. I want to make this a birthday card. And I did. This is one of the first stamp sets, one of the first I bought. I mean, look at how used this is. This is supposed to look like that. And look at, it's because I used permanent ink, like Stays-On ink. It went like that on some of them. I mean, it's just holding together. And the little monkey has an arm like that. Then I had some swirlies on here, and I had the tree with the little baby monkey. So yes, you can improvise. If you see a card, go to your stash and find somebody else. And if the monkey or your animal doesn't have an arm, cut the arm off that he does have with your scissors and draw one with your Copic multi-liner. I mean, there's lots of things you can do. Just do some, minor surgery on our stamps, which we do. Oh, this is funny. Look at that. I go to reach for that. I just have to show you. I was looking for my coffee filters. Today I used another ripped piece of paper, and here they are, right there. In with my Copics, of course. They should be. Copic starts with a C, right? Coffee filters. I mean, the human mind would only think, okay, C. Let's put them in with the Copics. Now you know the way my mind works. That's crazy. But I have a pin over there stuck in there by my Copics, and that starts with a P. That's not good. So, anywho, I went ahead and I'm going to show you a few things I did. I used the Fabulous from doing my tutorial on embossing powders and different powders to use when embossing. And there's the Fabulous. I cut it out with a Fabulous set. I will show it all at the end with the little holes in it. And then I wanted to match my little, whatever you call those things, those little circle things. And they're enamel dots, of course. These things. But I didn't have them small enough. Now I guess that yellow. But the yellow I wanted to match perfectly with my papers. So, enamel dots. Okay, I got to remember that. So all I did was take a 1/8 inch hole punch that I had forever. And the numbers are on there. It's because I have a book and I cut out all my punches and I put them in that book and I put a number. I'm going to show you something I'm working on. Really, really super organizational thing for your sprays. You're going to love it. And because I didn't want to collect books, so I came up with something else, and I think it's my own original thing, maybe. I don't know. There's billions and billions of tutorials out there, but we'll see. So I took a 1/8 and a 1/4 inch circle, and then I grabbed the paper that I was working with, cut out some holes, glued it down, and put some glossy accents on it. And it matches my card a perfecto. 1/8 of an inch and a 1/4 inch gave me gorgeous dots. I just put in, some of the glossy accents on top, and it's sitting over there waiting to dry. Distress the edges, and have to find a spot where I'm not going to hit it. Then I'm using my little wee distress inks with my new, I hate it when you have something new like this. It's like having new sneakers and somebody steps on it and marks it, and you got to walk around with that mark, and you just want to put a band-aid over it so nobody sees the scuff on your shoe or your boot. It drives me crazy. So I'm going to start to use these. Woohoo! And these are just for my distress inks, 60 of them. Then okay, here's my base. This is what I used here. See, this is what uses up my time. I used Kate & Company for the, what did I use the Kate & Company for? I'm just looking at it. I think it was for this one, for the pattern here, and it was. And then I have this paper here, and I wanted to show you from this. See those swirls? Those swirls in there matches my monkey set perfectly, because look at it has little swirls somewhere in there. Oh, the monkey's tails I was thinking of had the swirls. See? And so I thought, wow, that matches really nice. So I grabbed that one. That was only $2. I must have got this at a sale. Garage sale or something. And then I went to my Stampin' Up! Stash, chose my color palette, and from my color, well, I do it reverse. I stamp everything out first. See, I have a choice of my balloons. I stamp them with the Avery Al pigment ink so that I could use my clear embossing powder over top, because it doesn't dry that quickly, and I didn't know which ones I was going to use, so I stamped out a bunch. And then I went over like this to my cards, or my cardstock, and then I decided on which colors. So I eliminated that one, I eliminated that one, and I came up with this. And that's how I did it. And then everything else comes natural right afterwards. So we can put those away. Now, Catherine Pooler, you have got to go over on her site. This was amazing. She showed us how to get to perfectly cut out our, this is going to go on there sideways, by the way, if you're wondering what I'm doing with that. So I had the stamp, right? I stamped my balloons. Okay, I left one just to show you. I don't need this much of it. Let's show you on this one. I'm going to use that later. Okay, so I stamped this one out. And this is what she showed us. Take your, wherever it is here, magnetic platform. Let's do it on this one. I did it on both of them. And make a mask. Just go through, take your, where's my other one gone? There it is. Somebody tell me. Here it is. Okay. So you go and you cut it through I cut it through my Vagabond, and I made myself a mask. I took another one with my other die, and I made myself a mask. Then all you have to do on your magnetic platform, this was amazing, Catherine. I was so excited because this is where we get crooked things. Not anymore. So you put your yucky plate down first, the one you're going to cut on. For me, I'm going to turn it around because it's kind of warped. It's this one. You take your balloon like that. You take your image, which is this one, and you perfectly align it. And then you can do what I did. I ran it through my die cutting machine without the die on it. It didn't cut, needless to say. What a morning. So you hold it like that perfectly, and then you take your die and you fit it in, and it will just clip right in there. Let me tell you. Go again. So get it perfectly on there without hitting it like I am, because I have to. I want it perfect here. There. Then put your die in there, squiggle it around. It'll hit that notch. Then you just fold it over like this. Watch. Run it through your Vagabond or your Big Shot, Cuddle Bug, whatever it is you have, die cutting machine. And there you have it, my friends. Perfect. Oh, Catherine, this was amazing when you did this. Then you just tap it out. Get my pokey tool here. There we go. And, well, it moved on me. Let's look at one of these. This one moved, but it's because I'm doing a video, right? Let's get one of my balloons here that I did it with. They're perfect. See? This one isn't because I moved my thumb. But if you're, you're not filming and you're just working, you will get a perfect image just about every time. Wouldn't you know it? Anyhow, so then, is this quick or what? So you can slide this down into your, die package if you want to keep it. I think because you're smashing it around so much, it's, I'm going to save this one too. I'm going to save that because I'll cut around it. But remember, let me quickly show you this. I used, let me show you the sets I used here. I'm only using out of the W+9 1 centimeter here that says coming your way. And then I used my favorite things right here because I wanted these stems and a couple of balloons. And doesn't this match that paper, black and white paper, perfectly? So I used that. But remember, I've shared with you, it's so much easier to cut the top. Don't cut through the box, but cut the top all the way across so you can just grab your dies and put them back. So much easier than using, that sticky and they get stuck. So all of mine have, that's how I do it. I just go like this, pull them up, put them back in, and you can't tell if they're hanging. They'll stay put. You're not fooling around with that bottom sticky stuff. So there's another tidbit. I have some, I used the Avery L banner die, and see on here, right there, I just grabbed them. I used this one, the second banner. So that's another tidbit. Let's get on to our card. So where's my dies here? Here's my dies from Dynamics. And let me find my, so you can hardly tell. Slide them down there and you're ready to roll. Alright, so these are drying. And then I distress the edges on there. I just think that's awesome. Okay, here we go. Let's move this over there and get our card. I am going to use Copics, and I'm going to show you something else I learned from Jennifer McGuire a long time ago, and I use it, and it's absolutely wonderful, and it is how to mask. You can either buy mask, which is like this, colorless art masking fluid, and you just put it on. That's awesome. But this cost you a wee penny, let me tell you. I think this was near $30 at Michael's, and with our taxes too. And then, or you can use, cut it out and use a mask on top. If it's intricate, this is a way to go. But I'm going to use the Elmer's glue and a paintbrush, and I am going to, you just wait till it dries, and then you cut, to do my background, and it'll be awesome. So let's get our coloring here done. I'm going to start on the tree, and I'll start with my lightest color. I put this down with, what did I use? Memento Luxe Black and my clear embossing powder. It helps not to go out of the lines, and I'm going to do 2 of these at a time so we can hurry along. So I'll do my lightest, which is my YG61. Oh, let's do it all. And I kind of pick out like my papers with my image as well. I knew I'd be using greens, right? And my background, I'm using the sky and the teals in Tim Holtz Distress Inks. There we are, all at once. Then I'm going to go to G97 here and come around the outside. You don't have to be really picky. I'm going to have the sun coming from this corner, the right hand side. So let's just do 2 of them. Like so. Go back to your YG61 and do a little bit of wetting this down, like so. It'll push some of that color back, which is awesome. I love watching it move, like, you know, the dark not be a big blob, that it becomes a part of your, let me see if you can see this, probably not. How's that? There we go. Let's see if I can move it in just a tad for you. How's that? Okay. And then let's go up here and move the dark around. I don't have all day on my 29-minute videos to I'm going to leave that out. This is the 9.7. Then I'm going to hop to the 9.9. And I got some boo-boos on my paper there. And that's what the balloons are for, right? You can make all the mistakes you want if you know you're covering it up. Set that up there. So, there we are. I have a couple of techniques that you're going to be just crazy wild about. Absolutely awesome. I am going to try and get this down. It's already after 2 and I have office work to do. So I don't know when I'll get them up, but they're prepared to go. I want to show you my book for art journaling. There we go. And let's grab that G99. And I am going to come just on the ends like this, and then I'll work it in. I'm going to miss some of those because I want to keep that color. When I color, I like to just, because you're moving this around anyway, right? Go. Sometimes you just don't have to. YG97, and then we will. I want to stick to the. It's a tree. It's not like you're doing a face or something that's really. It's a tree. And my light color to blend this all in. And it's nice. You have some dark, some light. That's the way I like to color. I am not going to get all stressed out over a tree. You know, if I was doing a face and I was doing lips and I had the lipstick going up the nose, that would concern me. But a tree, no. I'll just work a shadow into it if I go out of the lines. There's our tree. Isn't that wonderful? There we are. And if you want, you can go around, you can take your 9-7 and just go around the edges a tad. There we go. Because I'm going around all the, and it's a palm tree, so you have to have a whole lot of dimension in there, right? I want to keep the light as much as I can. There we are. Grab our G61, and for the last time, I'm going to blend that in so there's no lines. Awesome. When I come down with my sky, it will not. If you go out a little bit, it'll be fine. Love it. There you go. So you have your tree. No sweat with that, was there? Some people, they get intimidated by Copic. Since they hear the name, they go into like a freeze. It doesn't have to be that way. It's just like crayons. Just 50 times more expensive. Okay, so let's get some browns and we will do our little coconuts. 1, 2. What a lovely bunch of coconuts that is. Okay, and I'm sorry, E47. Go back with my E31. Take the lines out. Just quick and simple. You're still getting dimension in there, but you're not going crazy. And then I am going to take my E34, come down the tree in a different color of a shade. Skipping those greens. I'll come back in on that. There we go, and the little monkey. And that heat set will really help you in clear, when you clear emboss, to not go out of the lines. I'm going to go to an E23. Kind of like that. I might add that right on the bottom of those coconuts. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to the left side. Don't panic and stress when doing Copics. I used to, and then I realized, hey, you know what? That's what practicing is for. So when you get up, see, I just went over his hand. So let's take a E44 and do his little mitt. And then I'm going to just darken these up because it's kind of a green brown looking. Let's do our little monkeys. This is not an intense coloring project here. He's so cute. That was E34. Now I'm jumping to E44 for his little face underneath, his belly over there, a little bit here, because I did say, and then just go in and there he is. He's cute. That's it. And let's use a different color, E25 for these monkeys. And we're done. E25 I might bring up. I think I'll go like this. And just add, if I can stay in the lines here, some texture going this way. There we are. I'm not even gonna 1, 2, do the top of his head, little ear. It's a cute image. There we are. Take some, that was E25, E34 on the face. I mean, what a simple image is that. Then I'm going to jump up to E39 and we are done this. 1, 2, I'll go back with the light shade when I'm using it there. Oh, I only have 3 minutes to go. See what I'm saying? I'm going to make another video because I want you to see how we do this. So as soon as this clicks off, I'll put this on, but don't you worry. I am going to jump right into another video. This is E34. Take any lines out. And I don't go over the whole thing to take my lines out either, if you noticed. Just push up. Then I want a real dark E47 and come around the left side. There we go. Little ears. Don't want to forget those, do we? Go underneath here to give it some shading and cutesy wootsy. E34, blend it out. I want to leave some of that face for shading purposes. There, tiny, tiny. Love it. All right, now we're going to move on to putting down, and when I come back, you want to get your Elmer's glue right here. Set your brush somewhere where it's not going to be lost. Move this down here, take a old brush, and let's get working on this. Okay, let's get you into the frame, and I'm going to do this in my next video. This is just that inexpensive $5. This is your masking. This is how you are going to mask. It'll dry, but don't go out because whatever this covers, right? If you go out of the lines, when you're doing your distressing, it's not going to put color in that spot. So we'll take my time here while I'm on. It doesn't have to be thick. Just go over it, and as soon as this dries, you'll be able to go right over it. You can use glossy accents as well. We could do that, but I thought I'd show you this. It's such a nice technique that I learned from Jennifer McGuire, and Catherine's tip today was awesome. And if you do get it out of the lines, just try and poke it back in with the end of your... I haven't done that one yet, so I can kind of move that. There we are. Let's get some down